Before there was history, there was the era of madness. And in the overlooked hills of the Desert Valley, that era of madness seeks to return. Lance Rock was the lair of a burgeoning necromancer seeking to build a power base for unknown desires and ambitions. Our heroes bravely set upon the lair, unknowing of the danger they would face from the undead. Braving death, undeath, and other unsavory ends, the graduates managed to dispatch the strange man, ending his desecration of the dead's eternal repose and bringing some peace to those long past. They return to Red Lodge, spoils of victory in tow. It is there that the next move is planned. Fortunately, the evil that stirs beneath Desert Valley is as unaware of our heroes as they are of that evil. Time marches forward, however, and events have been set in motion that may threaten Red Lodge and the fragile world it rests upon. The eye is opening. The eye will soon see its enemies.
So, these riches that we found,
I have
Yes.
how would we like to divvy those?
What all did we get again? I think we should just.
We got a
So
we got a drift
yeah,
globe,
I'll let you
a
go.
wand of magic missiles, 165 silver, 78 gold, 4 dark gems that are 50 gold a pop, 1 random spell book, and we're all level 2.
So we can split the gold and the silver evenly. I assume giving the
One gem
one to yeah. Oh yeah, we can take 1 gem each.
That makes sense to me.
I do.
And
assume
then-
that I
As it
would
was
take
a
the wand.
sorcerer's den, I would assume our sorcerer may have something that would work for him in there.
So 160.
The den.
So I guess it's that's not even. Damn.
Don't ask me to math, I'm
the
too gay
silver-
for that.
Not combining them, but just keeping them separate. There's it's like 41 and a fourth for splitting the silver.
Glencora does not care much at all about the money, so if she has to take 1 silver partial point, what is it, silver piece less, she will be totally fine with that to make it even.
So let's see. 160. Oh, computer, stop. What are you doing? Okay. Okay, yeah. So so if one person wants to get 42, everyone else or wait, hang on. Yes. If one person wants to have 1 extra silver, everyone else would get 41.
I'm fine with getting 41
fine
if
with
somebody
me.
else wants more.
Let's throw it at Atlas because I already wrote 41 on my page.
Okay.
What?
You get 42 silver.
Oh, okay.
And then 78 divided by 4 is, oh, once again, fuck. Okay. 70.
I need a calculator.
Okay. So, how do I math? Fuck, I hate being the math. I hate doing math.
We're too gay for this.
And we should have done this. We should have done this beforehand. We literally
You know what's
had
worse?
time.
The worst part is our dungeon master is a fucking mathematician.
My
Right.
job to divvy treasure.
I'm not getting involved. I can't do the math.
It's not my
Okay.
job to be your calculator.
No, but it is still fucking funny.
78 divided by 4 is 19.5, so we'll have to split that one
So
uneven.
like 76. So like if everyone wants to have 19, I think 2 more people can have 20.
Why don't we give the bonuses to our fighters?
Yes.
Okay, so both of I think let me make sure that mathed correctly. Yes. Okay, so Wick and I will both take 70. No, I'm sorry.
20.
20 gold. And then the other two,
Get
19.
Oh, it'll be silver, right? 19 silver pieces.
No, for
It was
silver-
41.
Oh, sorry,
Oh,
I'm backwards. I'm
yeah,
backwards.
41 silver, 20 gold, or whatever, 19 gold. Okay,
Perfect.
and then each one dark gem worth 50 gold pieces.
Sounds good. And
and
it's
then-
just the globe and the book.
Yeah, I don't care about the drift globe.
Pretty sure the
I mean,
wand of magic
I
missiles
can
we
certainly
already gave.
carry it.
We pretty sure we already gave that
Atlas.
to Atlas. Yeah.
We found the spell book too, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
it was
okay.
with defense attack and elemental magic with martial arts.
Okay.
Thank you for this.
Glencora isn't going to be a fighter, so she doesn't want to fight anyone with martial arts.
I mean, August can hang on to it for right now.
Laurel, thank you so
Works
much.
for me.
Glenn, thank you so
And-
much for that
Okay.
knowledge.
And then one other thing before getting back into character. You said at the end of the last session that we saw we're still in the cave, correct?
Are we in the cave or
No,
did
we're
we go
back
back
at,
to Red
Red
Larch?
We went back to the
Yeah, we're back in Red
Yeah,
Larch.
town.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, there was a tower thing there that we didn't look at. Or not tower, but hang on one second.
It was
Let's go.
It was.
There was a
pillars-
pillar with black flame on the pillar in the following symbols, and I think they were the similar maybe
Yeah.
they were similar symbols
Yeah,
to
they
the
were the
ones.
same as the one on the feathers.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
And
Also, did we figure out who the?
I guess
drift-
we're just gonna take that knowledge with us.
Did we figure out who the drift globe
I
is going
assume
to?
it belonged to the sorcerer.
I feel like the drift globe at this point could probably just go in someone's knapsack until
I can
Yeah.
carry it.
I'll carry it.
I've
we
got
might find
extremely
somebody
little worried about space.
that we can trade that with
I'm
for
carrying it.
information.
Okay.
What's carrying? Perfect.
Okay, so we're already back at Lark.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I missed that part.
Right now, what I'm doing is I'm fleshing out what services and who runs them are available.
Okay.
So,
Um,
so if I'm not responding immediately, that's why.
That's fine.
So, okay, so for this, the spell book is going to August?
Yeah, he'll hang on to that for now.
Okay, you got the spell book. I have the drift globe. Atlas has the missile. We divvied up all of the gems. That was all we could find.
Yep.
Can I say that before we left, I buried the necromancer?
Sure.
Just sort of like, as a, I guess, a kindness. Like, he didn't deserve it, but, yeah, as a kindness.
I mean, yeah.
and
Okay.
so no one else could reanimate his corpse.
What is attunement?
Attunement,
Attunement
means-
means. Oh,
you-
go
Yeah,
ahead.
you guys. No, you guys go ahead.
Oh, do you want to go?
Oh, sure. Attunement is like if you have a magical item that needs attuning, it means it needs to like spend a little time with you before you can use it, and then you only have certain amount of slots that you can have a item that needs to be attuned. If you meet your max on the attunement, you have to give up something in order to use the new item you get.
Gotcha.
Quick question: where are we in Red Larch? Are we back in the tavern at the inn, or?
Entirely up to you.
I feel like we might probably be at the inn that we were at the first time, just because we had rooms there. Also,
reconvene.
question: for my rage, do I get anything special at level 2, or is it still just only the 2 rages plus 2 damage?
Yeah, you get the ability to choose whether. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's not. That's not with rage, is it? I forget if reckless attack is rage requirement or not, and I don't have the ability to look. Actually, yes, I do.
You know,
How
I have reckless. I was wondering if just did anything go up now that I'm
No.
level 2.
No,
Okay,
no,
that's all I was wondering.
No. Yeah,
And
that won't happen until 3rd level, and then you'll get an extra age.
Gotcha.
Does initiative
me.
proficiency bonus change?
Proficiency bonus will change at a specific level.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Quickly, I'm sorry. Like I said, I've only slept like 3 hours, so I'm really for space case. What was the currency we each got?
You're fine.
So
Atlas got 42 gold. Everyone else got 41 gold. I'm sorry, silver.
Silver. Okay.
Silver.
And then Atlas and Glencora got 19 gold, and Wick and August got 20 gold.
You also got 1 dark gem that's worth 50 gold.
Okay.
yes.
Oh yes, Jim.
Sorry, gin. The cat.
Oh, I'm like, no, not a bottle of gin.
He just climbed into my lab and decided that
Snoodles.
now is time for him to get attention.
Oof.
Hi, sir. You're gonna
1
be
second.
picked up in the mic. That's not okay. Shh. You're so loud. Okay. Yes, Jin. Get up. Shh. Shh.
All right, so where did we? He said it was up to us to decide where we are, I guess.
Yeah, I assumed we were
Interstage
back at
travel?
the end. At the moment.
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay. Why don't we just say like we're sitting at the table that we were at before?
Do
Sounds
we want
good.
to be sitting at a table or do we want to be sitting in somebody's room?
Whatever works.
Yeah, whatever works, either in a room or down there at the table. Also, do we know like how long we were gone?
You've come back in the afternoon of the day after you left, so
That's pretty quick.
Yep.
Okay.
Like what?
Yeah.
Day or two. Yeah.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
still have time before we meet the dwarves.
yes.
Who was the person? One of us wanted us. One of us got a quest, I guess, if you want to call it that, to figure out what was up with the fire thing, the Lance Rock thing.
That was Kaylessa was the one who gave it to us. I think we were that wasn't one of the ones that we kind of got one-on-one with. That was she was our waitress and she was kind of talking to all of us.
The fell magic.
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was
we
potentially
can-
what was the reason that the travelers were disappearing when taking that route. Maybe they were being turned into.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
that was
okay.
Atlas's quest from
Yeah,
the
so-
priest, and it was just that things
We,
weren't going
like-
So
well.
maybe we should.
We did not even get like the story or any information.
Really? Did Atlas not tell anything? My bad.
Yeah, I don't think Atlas.
I
did.
mean,
Oh no, Atlas did
No,
mention it.
yeah.
He said like, oh, there's people going missing,
yeah.
and we were like, oh, maybe
No.
that's probably the road we should go on.
Yeah, I was talking about like because we just like one shot that necromancer, we literally did not get like his side of the story or any information
Oh yeah, no.
pertaining to anything
Not-
strange. We only have assumptions to go on.
Not even the slightest bit of information was
No.
gathered. Nope.
We didn't even know if he was responsible for the strange weather
No.
magic.
We don't know anything, but you know, he was
But
gonna fuck
Atlas
us
doesn't
up.
care. Atlas doesn't care. Like, you killed the bats. You had to die.
Yeah, we found a necromancer. We killed a necromancer. One less problem for the world.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We never went back in to look at those bodies either that were like against the walls. Maybe
Yeah,
they were the
skeletons or
missing
whatever.
people. Guys, we're not that great.
To be fair, I feel like if Atlas does decide to go tell people, Wick would probably be like, "Hey, you should probably like let
Yeah.
people know if they want to try and recover bodies. They're here."
Yeah, I was gonna suggest that too, to like maybe send in, hey, the danger or the necromancer himself is gone. It's probably still a dangerous road with bandits or something, but because
Right.
of the bandit camp that is southwest. But like, if they want to send in like a group to go check out the bodies, see if they can be identified.
Smart.
Beware of zombies.
Mm-hmm.
So I've gone ahead and populated all the various locations of note in Red Larch.
Nice.
So some of those are NPCs of interest, some are just proprietors, and it's up to you to figure out who is what.
If we're downstairs, do we see the owner or just like the barmaid?
You actually see yes, you do see that Kelessa is setting up bottles that have just come in, and she turns as you arrive and she waves. She says, "Oh, you're back.
Yeah.
What? How did it go?"
One problem
We had
down.
maybe, yeah. We assume.
What do you mean?
Well,
Lance Rock fixed that.
I?
There was a necromancer hiding in it.
Oh.
Yeah, so if there are people that went missing around that area, they might be able to recover some bodies. I'm sorry, this is a really awkward kind of way to say we killed a dude who had killed other dudes, and I don't know how to delicately put this. I'm so sorry.
and we did come across some skeletal bodies in one of
Well,
the rooms.
12 of them.
she takes a breath. And she says, "Well, delicate or not, I did send you to take care of and investigate to see if there were fell magics. And you found fell magics, and you saw you some coin, do I not? Now, I believe I told you I was going to pay you 50 gold for checking it out and seeing what was there, yes? Yes. However, I do believe that by finding a necromancer and by eliminating a necromancer, you've gone a little bit above and beyond. So she goes behind the counter, and you can hear kind of like coins being chucked into tink clink 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 clink. She pulls out a bag and she puts it on your table. She says, "There you go. It's your 50 gold plus a little extra for good measure."
Well, we appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate what you've done for the town. I'm not happy to hear that there was actual fell magic, but knowing that it's gone, it puts my mind at ease, and so I'm very, very pleased to hear it.
Out of character
Glencora?
question.
Sure.
I was just gonna ask, who has the fletching?
Oh, August does.
Mm-hmm.
Wick is gonna reach over and just make grabby hands at you without saying anything.
Use your words.
The fucking what's it called? The shoot them. The thing with the symbols. Give.
Oh, the arrow feathers?
Please.
Okay.
Yes.
Here you go.
He's gonna hold it up to the lady and go, "Do you recognize anything from this?"
Oh, I can't say that I do. It's very odd if you ask me.
you're not wrong. It does look extremely odd.
Seem to be any reason to dull up an arrow with all that all those markings.
We also saw a pillar with similar markings on it in the necromancer's, well, the lance rock.
I think it's safe to assume, or at least the only logical conclusion we can come to, is that those markings maybe are belonged or were something that the sorcerer was using. Perhaps they were, he was the one that shot the arrow and set the warning.
Well, we also found, when we found the sletching, we also saw it was at the skull, and it was a completely different written letter.
Well, all I can say, you might want to talk to Helvar Tarnwar. It was our girls that first encountered the lance rockets where I heard about it. They're a clothier. They make some of our outfits. The stuff that Halia doesn't make.
Out of character, you just cut out. What was the name you said?
Helvar Tarnlar.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
Wick still has the little fletching, right?
Yep.
Okay. He's gonna turn to Atlas and hold it out to him and go, "Hey, so you were talking to the priest dudes. Maybe they will know something about it, because they're, history buffs, right?"
It's possible.
I mean, it's a thought. And if we split up, we're probably going to cover more ground that way. And even if you don't find anything else out, I mean, I know that you like to commune and you like to get in your, holy days and stuff, so maybe it'll be nice to just reconnect and chill while we go do some footwork.
Atlas arches an eyebrow at him and then gives a jerky nod and shrugs his shoulders.
You okay about that?
Yeah, I can speak with the priest, and if anything else, I did intend to go visit the altars.
Okay, if you want to meet back up with us, once you're done, we can all meet somewhere in the town. I'm not trying to push you away or anything. I don't want you to feel like I'm trying to, pigeonhole you into a box, my dude. That's not my intention in the slightest. I just want you to, be comfortable and also to feel like you're part of the team.
Speaking of, Wick, you've been the one driving the cart mostly, yes?
Yes.
I want you to roll me intelligence plus proficiency. You have land proficiency, yes?
Do I have what proficiency?
Land vehicles?
That is not on the proficiency sheet.
Yeah, neither is
It would be under tools.
Yep, not mine either. Oh wait, yes I do.
I do not. I have personal trainer under tool proficiency.
Then don't bother rolling.
Okay, I will.
August, do you want to roll? You can't, because you don't have the tool proficiency for it, so.
I do.
Yeah, you do, but
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to roll something?
Yes, intelligence plus proficiency bonus.
Okay. Intelligence, okay. Oh, I got a 19 plus proficiency bonus is intelligence plus 2, so 21.
Oh, yeah. So, you're going to need to do some maintenance on it. One of the wheels kind of got scuffed a bit in travel. It happens. That's normal. It's not a big deal, but it is something that you're going to want to take care of. Our two wagoneers in town. There is Welvar's, which is, the good wagoner. And then if you want it done cheap, there is also Where am I here? No, actually, Wellvorse is the cheap one, and Thalorn's Safe Journeys is the higher priced one.
I think this is something we should get the money's worth on. Our wagon's important.
Well, we can take a look at both of them, see what, or I don't know.
Price drop.
Let's see.
Is that what you're offering?
Is
Yeah,
anyone
shopping?
capable
we
of
can-
fixing a wagon if it breaks when we're on the road?
I mean, we could go more expensive if you guys wanna. I'm for either.
I just want to make sure we don't get ourselves in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we can go see what the Lauren's Safe Journey, what's it called? Charges, and if it's completely out of our budget, you know.
That sounds good to me. No,
Yeah.
But I mean,
no
I'm
problem getting
all
quotes.
for if we have the means, spending it towards, you know, making sure we're safe on the road.
Yeah, because if we're safe,
That
then the
sounds
horse is safe too, and the horse also kind of counts because can't have
Yeah,
can't have him getting
we
hurt.
can't have Clippy Cloppy getting hurt.
No.
Vick's gonna kill our horse at some point, y'all.
Is there any other errands anyone wants to run in town?
I have an errand I want to run.
Yeah, I have a little errand. Well, I don't remember if something was told to me about it the first session or not. Whether or not health potions were accessible in this city,
Oh yeah.
or if we can afford them. Who knows?
Glencora has the ability to make them. I'm just not entirely sure what that entails.
Well, I mean, until she finds out whether or not she can make them, we might want at least one on hand for when our healers no longer have any spells left.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Aha, hey, Leah's is that herbalist?
There we go. Well, I can go to the herbalist. I'd also like to stop at the used stuff shop to see if there's any good deals.
Okay.
How much did Lisa give us? 50 plus how much?
So she gave you the bag of 50 gold,
Mhm.
and she threw in 4 extra platinum.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna say that one of them
And-
each gets 1 platinum.
Well, hang on. Before we distribute the 50 gold and 4 platinum, why don't we go see how much our wagon's gonna take
Good point.
Agreed.
to get fixed up? We could put that towards that. That way we're not dipping into personal funds right away.
Good point.
Sounds
This
good
will
to me.
be party funds.
Sure.
Question. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask it of you, Drake, in the party
Yeah.
notes, the private notes.
Sure, go
So
for
it's
it.
like a whisper.
Yep. You can go ahead. This is the equivalent of writing on a piece of paper, crumpling it up, and throwing it at the DM.
Do you like me? Circle yes or no.
I rigged it. Both of them say
You're
yes.
going to kill me.
I sent it to you.
I mean, that's.
Okay.
I can't really give a yeah. It depends.
That's fair. That's
Like
fair.
it depends on. It's like literally like what do you want it to be,
Okay.
right?
And sorry, how many platinum pieces did you say? You
4.
got? 4?
Yep. And a platinum piece is worth 10 gold pieces, just as a heads up.
Thank you.
All right. So if
we
you guys could
wanna-
roll me,
Oh,
yeah,
go
if you guys could roll me charisma checks, please.
Oh boy. It's not my strongest stat. That is definitely my dumb stat.
This is just a random roll to determine.
One.
Oh no, you
What did you
did
roll?
not.
One.
Let me hold on. I gotta write that down before I roll my own stat.
Oof.
Yeah.
4 for me.
August is not the smooth operator. He's a tired boy.
Oh.
Alright, what will my sweet, sweet pumpkin knicker please roll? Oh, well, not very good. I rolled a 2.
Wow.
Damn.
Well, this isn't a majorly impactful role, so that's fine.
Oh.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, never mind. Never mind. I have a modded 20.
Nice.
Who knew that
There you
Atlas
go.
would be the one to smooth
Surprising
talk
no one.
someone?
All right, Atlas, you're first.
Charismative? Oh no.
I'm first.
Yep. So you go first. What do you want to do?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
For shopping experiences.
I was
Yeah.
actually going to ask if we were splitting up or if we wanted to go together to different places.
I know that Atlas, I think, was splitting up, and I suggested that we meet up again later if Atlas wanted to, but I never got a response.
For me, if it works for you.
Well,
I'm assuming you guys are going to meet up later,
Okay, so we're splitting up.
yeah, as a matter of the adventure would end if you didn't. So
August just notes that if they're gonna split up, that if Glencora is still going to the herbal shop to double check for potions, and he'd pay her back if she finds any.
I will make sure to find you if I need any more money. Thank you.
okay. So he's gonna make a layover at the shrine. Yes. Not the temple, the shrine.
shrine.
But
Okay.
yeah.
To speak to Imdar.
Yes.
All right. Welcome. What can I do for you, sir?
Yes. I am here with a question about these symbols that I have here. And Atlas takes out a scrap and from memory draws out the 4 symbols and shows it to the priest. Do these look familiar to you?
He takes a look at it. Frowns slightly as he looks it over and scratches his chin. Lemura, can you come here for a second? And a thin young woman approaches. Says, "Yeah, what is it? What is it, Imdar?" Says, "I want you to take a look at this. Tell me if you recognize anything." And they both take a look. And I start thinking. Lemura finally says, I don't actually, I'm not 100%, but I recognize this one." And she points to the triangle with the line in it. She says, "I know I've seen that somewhere, but I'm not sure where. It's not in a book or anything. This isn't, not in my studies, but saw it somewhere in town, and I just can't for the life of me. Like, it could just be a coincidence. I mean, it's a triangle, right? But I could have sworn I saw that somewhere."
Interesting. Is there any markers that you can recall around where you might have seen it?
No, that's just it. I know I've seen it somewhere. I'm just not sure where. And if I remember, I'll gladly tell you.
Okay.
I'll even keep my eyes out.
I do appreciate that.
Anything is. You're clearly doing something important, and this, this is important information. I wouldn't want to send you empty. I apologize. I will do what I can to keep
No,
my
it's
eyes
quite all
peeled.
right. It's quite all right. That
Is there
was
anything
all
else
I
we can
wanted
do
to
for you?
ask, but I
Okay.
intend to stop on my way out.
Right. All right. Well, thank you for coming by. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. We're here for you.
Absolutely,
And
I absolutely appreciate it.
well, keep safe, and I hope we're able to help you.
And Atlas bows and takes his leave. He takes a smaller part of the rationings that he has from his pack and leaves it on the offering of Sin the Moon Trickster before departing.
Okay.
His next place of interest that he stops at. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find which place the locations are. There we go. The smithy, is a
That's
weapon, right?
the Tantar Smithy.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you enter into the smith. You can hear uh, in the back the clanging of metal on metal. When you get into the shop, the sign there's a sign there that just says "I'm around back. Come sit. Come talk there."
Okay. So Atlas goes around back to uh, see about speaking with the smithy about a short sword.
Right. When you get around back, you see a middle-aged man, bald, dressed in apron and leathers, hammering away at some tool or other. Looks like he's making horseshoes. And while he's doing that, uh, there's a similar looking but much younger man, uh, fellows, and there are two girls that are pouring molten metal into a cast. And the boy, the younger man, looks up and says, "Oh, hey, Doc, Father, we've got company." And Aldris uh, points to one of the girls, says, "All right, you work the bellows, you son. You finish up here. I'll go talk to them." And he walks up to you and removes his gloves and offers a dirty, beefy hand in to shake yours.
Atlas hesitates a moment, but ends up taking the hand, giving it a quick shake,
Right.
and introducing himself. Uh, Greetings, sir. I'm a traveler staying here at the inn down the road, and I am interested in finding out the price of a short sword from you.
Well, I know that lots of adventurers come through here, and they'll give you. I know a lot of places is they'll overcharge to adventurers, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell you straight up what the price is.
I respect that.
And he tells you that the price is money. Looking up the price, by the way.
You're good.
Because I don't have it memorized. Short sword is. He tells you straight up. It's like, it'll be 10 gold pieces. I'll have it ready for you by the end of the day. So the girls are working on right now is making one. So I'll have it for you.
Yes.
Do we
I
have a
would
deal?
absolutely like that. Yes.
Offers his hand to shake.
And Atlas gladly takes it.
Awesome. Look forward to seeing you again, August. My name is Eldris. And you're
Nice to meet you.
very nice to meet you as well. And we won't get you don't have to pay us until we're done. You look as good as your word. You know,
Thank you so much. I will make certain to stop back here at the end of the day.
right? Do you have any other business with me? Anything else you need from me?
No, I don't believe I do. Thank you very much.
Great. Well, I appreciate you coming by. As he's talking to you, kind of a short, portly woman walks in, and she basically comes in with food for the family and little sandwiches. And she's, oh, bless, you've got a customer. I'm sorry to interrupt. And Aldrich says, no, I'm fine. I'm fine, Leifra. We were just concluding business. Kids, it's time to eat. Let's do it. So they finish up what they need to finish up, and they put their work aside. They leaving the mold to cool, all that. One of the girls still pumping the bellows with one hand, though, because you can't let the forge go down. And the woman turns to you and says, "Oh, I do apologize. I'll make you a sandwich too. It would be rude for me to feed them, and when they're not come with me. I'll go ahead and I'll feed them. And come.
Oh, it's quite all right. I appreciate the gesture, um, but it's not necessary.
Well, you're a stranger in these parts, but she looks over her shoulders. She says, "All right. Actually, you know that there's been some troubles around town. Yes.
Indeed.
I don't want the family hearing about it because, well, frankly, life is better if their life's undarkened by troubles and rumors, all that. They're happy, good people who want to work the forge, and I want to keep it that way.
All right.
But
I'll be happy to get that sandwich from you in the kitchens.
absolutely, and she makes a very simple meat sandwich for you. And while she's doing, she says, I've heard a rumor of some people with masks stumbling around the town at night.
Asks you say.
Um, I don't know exactly what the hereabouts and what's going on with that, but from what I've heard, um, it was I'm just finding the exact uh, uh, one of the workers at the stoneworks, Medico stoneworks, not the not Dornan's. Was he came in? He was wanting to get his pick all nice and hammered out, and while we's talking, he's
telling me that the workers at the stoneworks, they no longer like to work at night because they've seen people skulking about.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And if you wouldn't mind just telling me in which direction Melikos's stoneworks is in.
It gives you directions to it. And the stoneworks, Meliko Stoneworks, is towards the north end of town. You actually passed by it on your way to Lance Rock.
Excellent. And, ma'am, was there any mention of them being injured or harmed by these masked people?
No, it's just when you're trying to do your job, creepy people with masks just don't make it. It's not a very good workplace, especially if you're working at night. So they won't work at night. During the day, it's fine.
Understandable. Well, I do appreciate that information. I actually did have one other question for you.
Hey.
Atlas takes out the symbols that he'd drawn out for the priest and shows them to her and says, "Do any of these symbols look familiar to you at all?"
Oh, can't say I've seen them before.
Okay, I do appreciate that.
Not a problem. Is for just remember, if you need any other metal work done, it's a place to do it. We'll give you a fair price. My husband won't let us overcharge.
That is something to be appreciated. Honest
It's a
work,
good man.
honest pay.
It's a
And
good
thank
man.
you for the sandwich.
Well, thank you for your custom. And you have yourself a good day there. And I look forward to seeing you again when your sword is ready.
Certainly. Atlas skedaddles. And he made certain to say some of that sandwich so that he can leave it for some of his insect friends, his ants. And his next intended place of business.
I think with that, we're going to move on to another
Yeah.
person while you think about that.
No, feel free.
Yeah.
Sorry to butt
So-
in, but did you say that was Minthra, the poultry girl, poultry lady?
For
The last
yeah.
person that Atlas was talking
yeah,
to.
yeah. Minthra
Okay.
Mini.
Okay, just wanted to
Mandalor.
make sure I had the right name. Okay, thank you.
Yep. Glencora.
Okay. So, first, Glencora heads to Alicia's. Is that how you say it? Alicia's? The herbalist?
Helias. Yeah.
That's where I want to go.
You arrive, and it's actually a rather large house. Half barrels planted with aromatic herbs and flowers on both sides of the entrance. The windows are decorated with flower-filled window boxes. And when you walk inside, it's a nice, tidy greeting room that has very pretty dresses. This is for formal wear for women. There's also a fitting room on the side. And there's, you can kind of get a scent of steam from a couple sets of doors in the back. And there's this nice, pleasant lavender scent coming from there.
Now, it does say in the notes that she's a Preservatorium sympathizer. Is there anything that I might notice looking around that would tell me that?
Well, when she comes out, You see kind of a prim and proper middle-aged woman, and she spies you, and she says, "Hey, what can I do for you? Have you come for a dress?"
Glencora smiles back at her and says, I was told that you also have a herbalist spot in this store.
I do serve some herbs to various travelers.
I was
She,
wondering
she,
if I could learn about some of what you have.
I could certainly go through my stock, and if there's something you're looking for, I can definitely help you. And then she looks over and she sees the kind of, because the members of the fraternities generally have like a little pin or something like that that identifies it. She goes, "You're a preservator, eh?"
I am. Why do you ask? Do you recognize it?
Well, I never went to the college myself, but you could say I owe the preservators a life debt. So, if there's anything I can do for you, anything at all, please ask. What are you looking for in terms of herbs? But we'll start there.
Well, my friends and I are adventurers, and we wanted to make sure we have some sort of potions on the go. It seems like that might not be available in town, so I was hoping you might be able to help me stock my herbalism kit with what I might need to prepare them.
Well, if you give me a look-see at your kit, I'll definitely get you some restock there, no charge.
Thank you so much. That's really lovely of you.
Like I said, I owe a debt, and helping a preservator is a pleasure to me. Pleasure.
Well, we are happy to help you as well. With that, Glencora pulls out her herbalism kit and puts it on their desk between them, sort of thing.
All right.
Plops it on the desk and pulls it open for her.
And she's looking through it, and she's like, "Well, I not supposed to say this, because if I start telling people, then I'll start having people bothering me about it, and the women in the back, they do not like it when people are bothering me all the time for things like potions and this and that. But I do personally have a couple potions of healing, 3 of them in fact, and I'm willing to sell them. I can't give them to you; they're a bit too expensive for that. But I could give you all 3 for 50 gold pieces.
Can I do some sort of perception or insight check to see if she's swindling me?
You know for a fact that is well under cost. Like you don't even that like it is so far under cost, you don't even need to make a roll.
Okay, and with that, I do have 30, 19. I pull out the dark gem I have in my bag and I set that on the desk. This is worth 50. Would that be a trade?
She looks at it. She's like, well, well. She just looks at you, looks at the gem, and looks at. Actually, I'm going to throw in an extra potion for this gem. This is actually more useful to me than gold, because finding a gem like this, I could actually make this into a dress. You've done me a service with this.
Well,
So
I'm really happy we were able to come to an accord.
Indeed. So she gives you 4 potions of healing, and the way potions of healing work, um, they take an action to use, so you can't attack at the same time during you use it. They heal for 2d4 plus 2 hit points, and they're a good emergency thing to have.
4 plus 2.
Yeah. And you have 4 of those.
Mhm. Okay, well, thank you so much. That's very generous of you. Is there any certain plants that you're looking for when I'm out on the road I should keep an eye out for that may be of service to you?
If you just, like, clutching her chest, she's like, I was not expecting that. You would be doing me a great favor. I'll get you a list. How's that?
That would be lovely.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And if you're ever looking for a dress for, for whatever reason, I'll be more than glad to be the one to tailor it for you.
You would be the first person I would come to.
Oh, you're so sweet. And if you ever need to relax, we've got the baths in the back. Lots of the women in town love them. They're very comfortable. It's a good little social gathering place. I'm not supposed to say what goes on back there, but it's where they like to talk. And while I wouldn't say this to anyone, a conservator, I think that might be useful to you.
Out of character for a second, would that be something I should do now or come back later?
It's up to you. Basically,
I don't
all
want
she's
to
saying
cause
is
too
that
much wrong on my turn.
yeah, no, all she's saying is that the baths would be an excellent source of rumors.
Okay.
And she's also insinuating that she's privy to them, but she's only going to tell conservators. She's not going to tell anyone else.
Okay.
You can make me an insight check, though.
Hold on a second. I'm just writing a note. That's not how you spell baths. Sorry, an insight check?
Yes.
Insight. I have a +3. Oops. Oh. 21.
Anyone? You get the feeling that you get a sense that her gratitude is completely legitimate. There is something that in her past she's repaying, and she doesn't get the feeling that she'll ever pay off that debt. And it's completely one-sided. You get the feeling it's not that she's told she's owed a debt; it's just how she feels. She feels she must help the preservators out of a sense of her own personal duty.
Okay. In that case, I grab my kit and I pack everything up in it and I put it back in my backpack and I reach out my hand to shake her hand and
He
say,
gladly shakes it back.
thank you so much for all your help. I greatly appreciate it. I think I will definitely be coming back soon. I would love to speak to you more, and I will keep an eye out for the herbs you're looking for. Did I get the list yet, or is she working on that?
She's working on that. Basically, she needs to write it out, and she has to
Okay.
check her store, so that'll take some time to do.
Okay, so I will come back after in a little bit to collect that list if that's all right with you. I have some
Okay.
other errands I need to run.
Okay.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to go to the Gulkers, the used stuff store. Would he have, am I wasting my time? Would he have a longbow?
Yeah, he might. Though, if you're looking for a longbow as well, you may be able to get one at if not from Marlandro Gulker, you might be able to get one from Ironhead Arms.
Well, I'll go into the used stuff first just to see.
Okay.
So I walk in there and go up to the cache and introduce myself.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Glencora. I am an adventurer in the parts, and I am hoping you could help me find a longbow.
So when you walk in, you're expecting to find a whole bunch, like basically like your pawn shop or whatever. What you actually see, yes, there's used tools and goods, but there's also just seats and tables, and there's just men hanging out, just lounging, just just loitering. Sometimes this man brings him a beer. Um, so there's definitely this is a little bit more than just a used stuff shop. This is also a kind of down key unofficial tavern. You also see is a barber's pole on one of the walls, not for sale.
Sorry, a what?
There's also a barber pole.
A barber.
Yeah. And looking at the ground, you can see there's a lot of hair trimmings all over the place. And some of it's been there for a long time. And with every step, the stone, the board floor just creaks with every step you make, or anyone else. And you can even feel it kind of going down a little bit as you walk on it. Hey, what can I do for you? Says the man bringing someone a boot, a cheap, ill-smelling beer.
Hi, I was hoping that I could look at some of your used wares. I was looking for something specific.
Well, if you're looking for something specific, what is you looking for?
Do you have any bows?
Um, Thanks. Hmm.
Sorry, I think you
Size
just cut
bow?
out there.
What size bow are you looking for? Big bow, small bow?
Preferably longbow if you have it, but if you have the short for the right price, that might be a sale.
All right. Let me see if I've got one. He heads to a back door and he creaks it open a little bit and he kind of slips into it and then shuts it, and then you can hear it latched with a lock. And you can see a couple of the men are just like looking at you like, why is she here? What's going on? Make me a insight check.
Insight. What one are you? Can I use my last roll?
No.
19.
19. All right.
I'll take it.
Get the sensation that they were talking and they just stopped when you entered in because they're not sure if they can trust you or not.
Can I look around to see if there is anything that would be something that we would have common ground on? Like if there's um, plants or something animal based that I could look to say something common to fill them out.
Yeah, sure. Make me a insight check, please.
$13.
13. You actually notice one of the denizens has a shepherd's crook, and you can smell the distinctive smell of those who farm sheep. if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Mhm.
Okay. So I eye the man's crook and I smile at him and nod slightly and say, "Is your flock doing well this year?"
Looks at you, kind of squints a little bit, and says, "As good as can be. It's been a bit. It's been a bit rough lately. Uh, weather's kind of got them spooked.
Well, she tilts her head thoughtfully for a moment and smiles, trying to think of a way to ingratiate herself into this farmer, and says, "I don't know much about sheep farming. However, I've noticed that the deer often get quite spooked at stressful times and tend not to eat as much as they should. Sometimes we put out salt to make sure they keep their minerals."
Leans forward a little bit. Says, "So what you say?" Well, I've actually heard tell that one of the local farmers was saying that the does and stags weren't showing up on his farm as often, which he's taken as a bonus, even if the crop yield has been a little less. But you say salt will help a bit.
There's a possibility it could help. It's a cheap fix, even if it doesn't. It's always good
Huh.
to keep nutrition up.
Well,
He leans back and he thinks about it. He says, "Well, I'm not sure. What's your name? What's your name?"
My name is Glencora Oakenshield. Yours, sir?
Mine's Larman Greenboot.
and I appreciate you letting me know. I'm gonna try that, and I'll come back to you and tell you, how it works out for me, because I'm willing to try it. Thank
Well,
you.
I hope it works out for you. I'm happy to lend my knowledge.
He just nods. He's very yeah. He seems to be taking this very well, and well, you're not certain this is going to give you a benefit right now. Who knows? More friends in town is more friends in town, right?
Mm-hmm. How long should I expect to wait for Bow Guy?
It's around this time when you hear the unbolting of the door and comes out, closes it again. It says, "I do apologize, miss. We don't have a bow here for sale. I looked. We have a few things, but we don't really deal in used weapons as often. If someone comes by wanting to sell one, I mean, we'll do what we can. I suggest going to Ironhead. They um, Ironhead will search out. He's a friend of mine. He runs a good business, and he'll treat you right."
Then I smile and say, "Thank you so much for your time. I will be on my way."
Thank you
And,
for yours, and I wish you Godspeed.
and then I can, out of character, wait and let someone else take their turn and then do the next thing next if they want.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
So next up on the list is Wick.
Yep, that would be me.
Why?
I am gonna go first off to see if this is actually what I think I'm gonna get. I would go to the nearest tanner.
Right? The nearest tanner. Great.
I don't know which one's closer.
That's a good question, actually. All right. The nearest tanner is in an old warehouse, and you know it's a tanner by the stank. There's this throat closing, sharp stench that pretty much overpowers everything else in the area. And as you approach, you can see the stretching racks, cutting tables, and even that's just filled with whatever. There's about 6 people running around the place. One of them approaches, and he says, "Hi, what can I do for you?"
Hi, I'm Wickham. Just call me Wick. I was wondering, I know you sell leather, but do you also have a leather worker here, or is it just tanning?
He looks back at the cutting tables and the people working at them. Looks at you, and then looks back at the people cutting leather and doing it. Well, we do some leather work here, but if you're looking for something more artisanal or perhaps more put together, you probably want to go ahead and talk to where. Well, depending on what you want to do, you're either going to want to talk to Helver, or you're going to want to talk to. Sword, I know it's here. You want to talk to? I swear. I swear to God.
It's in that list somewhere.
I know. I know I put down. Oh, yes. You'll want to talk to Chancellor over at the harness. She typically grabs a lot of my leather here.
I'm gonna pull out my book and show him what I have drawn, and I'm gonna send you what it is.
Okay.
If it'll load. Because I did draw it, because I am that kind of a person. Sorry, just find it in everything. Is it here? There it is. It's loading right now. Wick's gonna ask him, who do you think would be a better bet to get this made?
He looks at that. He says, "Well, not me. Ooh. Tell you what. I'm the wrong person to ask. But if you go talk to Helver Turnler, he'll either he's going to be the one to make it, or he'll be able to talk to Chancellor for you, or they're both going to have to work together on this. But he's going to know what's what. So that's where you're going to have to go."
That's fair. Should I buy the leather from you first, or just see if they have any in stock?
Oh, he's about to say no. You can talk. He's like, no, but this is a custom order, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll tell you what. You talk to Handler, all right?
All right.
And let his wife know that I'll be supplying, and then the 3 of us, possibly Channel, maybe the 4 of us, will figure out what all costs is. We'll figure out what the money is on our end, and that way you won't have to buy and then sell and then haggle and then haggle and then haggle again. No one wants to do that. They might have the leather on stock already. I don't know.
That's fair.
So, yeah.
I figured I'd talk to somebody that, knows the product before I just went off and did it. And I figured you've got a good head on your shoulders and you know this what would be good for this. So I figured I'd stop in and ask you and, touch base.
Well, Well, appreciate you coming down here and talking to me first. But yeah, Heimler's the one you want to talk to.
All right. Well, you have a good day. He's gonna give a salute and head out and head to Hevlar? Or is it? Yeah, I head there.
Right. Tarnlar's basically the primary clothier, pretty much in for a long time around. It's a 2-story building. Its signboard is painted with images of a well-dressed lord and lady, one on each side of the board, and there is ornate scrollwork iron bars on the windows. You enter in, there's a ding. Ding, 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 ding. And you see a fanciful man with a nice top hat, completely not at all dressed like anybody in Red Large. He sits there and he's twirling his handlebar mustache. He looks kind of like
You?
he looks kind of like
You?
if Dorian were pretentious.
You?
Stop it. And he says, greetings. How can I help you?
Out of character question.
Kind of looking down his nose at you.
Yeah,
just like,
which Tanner did you send me to? Because I don't think I got the name.
You were originally sent to LaRuth's tannery. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So I want to write that down on my notes so I don't forget, because I have goldfish brain. He's gonna go up to the counter, be himself. Hey, I am Wick. I'm here about a custom order. I was talking to LaRuth, and he sent me to talk to your wife about this.
Custom order? Please, elucidate me. Show me. What is it you want me to do?
I mean, sure, I was told to talk to your wife, but whatever. And he's gonna pull out the little paper that he has and he's gonna set it on the table.
He sees it. He looks at it. He's like, you can see him kind of squinting his eyes a little bit. Says, well, if you want this to be more fashionable, it needs to be more pointy. That's how they wear them down in the Elven lands. And, you want to be fashionable like the Elven lands, don't you? I will make this pointy for you.
No.
We'll make this look great. No?
No, it's not for me, and I know the person that it's for. It's also got to be black.
Well, black's in season this year. I can absolutely do that. Though, that begs the question, how is this? Points to the embossed stuff around the edge. How do you want me to do that? That won't really show up very well on black, will it?
White thread.
White thread? Oh. This is going to be gaudy.
Good.
Beautiful. Oh, fortunate. I, Helva Tanla, more than willing to accede to a customer's tastes. I will go ahead and I will bring forth the seamstress. We will see about making this for you, shall we?
Cool, thanks. I really appreciate you helping me out.
Quiet. And he turns around and he kind of flows towards the back door and he opens it and he says, Mumsy, could you please come here? We have a customer with a very special order.
Did he say mumsy?
Yeah. Yes.
As in mother or a name?
As in just mumsy. Like that, yeah. Just And you see this much less pretentious woman poke her head out
How is this man handling the fact that Wick is wearing what he's wearing?
Oh, he is not liking this at all.
Good.
You have offended every single one of his senses, including his hearing somehow.
Good.
Just the sound of you walking offends him.
Good. Those boots were
She
expensive.
says, "I just fed the kids. I just fed the kids. What is it you want? Oh, we've got a customer. Elvie, let me handle this. You go in the back. I'll talk to them."
Hello,
And he's
ma'am.
like, "Very, very good." And he just like takes one look at Wick and just like, it closes the door. And she just has a visible sigh. I do apologize. He's a good provider, but he's not the one who has to actually deal with the stuff. And I do. So, what is it you want me to do?
Gonna show her the paper.
She looks at it.
Getting this custom made for a friend.
Like her husband, she's like, this is interesting. Kind of a themed thing going on here. Yes, yes.
Yeah. They also
Right,
need it.
right,
They have
right.
trouble seeing.
She laughs and she's like, I see. She's just like, she thinks for a bit. Says, she points to her ears and she kind of like makes like upward motion as if pointed ears.
Yeah.
See. And then she actually like she actually asks, all right, are they more upward pointy? Pointy.
Out of character, how would I answer that?
Well, I mean, that's a good question.
Because I'm not sure if that's like a race feature thing, or if it's just sort of like a,
That's the sort of thing that is not necessarily specific to race. There's variance within the race.
Okay. Instead of like
So-
answering with
Just
words,
picked it random.
yeah, instead of answering with words, he's just gonna like do that thing where you're like miming the shape of someone's ears, but do it in the shape of Atlas's ears around his own.
And she nods. It's like, okay, so the size is not going to be a problem then. It's not going to be uncomfortable. But that said, I would recommend. I would actually recommend, and she let me draw this out, and she draws a similar thing with a couple holes in it, like little small holes. Like, this is going to be more comfortable. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reinforce right around here, because the thing is, if you don't with this sort of item, if you don't account for that, it's going to be very uncomfortable and will cause a lot of pain, and we do not want that for our friend. Yes.
Yeah, is there a way to get like a fabric to go over the holes where the ears are to just block out all light?
There is. I can certainly do that. And do you want it to be low over the eyes, I assume?
Like a enough to shade, about around the shoulders.
Enough to
like a sun hat.
Right. But you want the little pockets? All right, very good. Very good. I will definitely do this for you. I can do 10 gold. I'll cover the materials. It's going to take me a little while because this is custom work. Do you have an idea of the head size?
I'm gonna say yes for, character reasons and all of that fun jazz, because in reality, I have hats. I don't wear them. In character.
But does Wick know, though? That's...
Wick would wear hats. Wick would know the difference between hats.
Yeah, Wick would wear hats, but does he know the size of his, like...
I feel like
That's a
this is gonna be a stretch.
Milner thing.
I feel like this is
Yeah.
gonna be a stretch, but because he worked with, or he did Bludgeon Ball, and he did so many different people, and they all had different size helmets and different size hats for like events and things. I think he can kind of just weird talent, but clock somebody's hat size by looking at them. Because he would kind of be the person to just kind of do that kind of a thing.
I'll let you roll wisdom, but it is at disadvantage because you're not a Milner. Like
No,
this
that's
is what she's asking for is a little bit more than just eyeballing it. She needs to know exact measurements because she's not approaching it from a one size fits all. This is a hat that she's going to sell just generally. She's making tailored equipment.
Yeah, no, that's totally
She
fine.
needs to know exact measurements. So.
Okay, so Wick would not know.
All right.
Which is fine. I want to double check. Yeah, no, Wick would not know. He rolled a 5, but I can, however, get you measurements if you tell me what measurements you need.
She says, "Oh, very good." She basically takes a tailor's tape and she wraps it around your head. I said, "I need this one."
Okay.
Okay. And then she does another one that's kind of across, and I need this one. And she hands you her tape. She's like, "You can borrow this."
Sweet.
And when you get those measurements to me, I can do some preliminary work, but you need to get me those measurements for me to actually do something more exact. But this is going to be a bit of a project for me. I won't be able to get this for you right away.
That's fine, as long as I can get it eventually.
This is good stuff. I think this is kind of adorable. I'm more than glad to do it for you. And don't mind my husband. He's dumb about this sort of thing.
I'm not going to say anything ill toward your husband. I can tell that he has his very own specific brand of taste, and he thinks that his brand of taste is the brand of taste. But I know from experience that everyone has different likes and everyone has different dislikes, and sometimes those clash, and that's fine.
He's how do we say? He's not from the big city, but he pretends.
My grandma would call that someone from New Jersey.
His grandpa was a wagoner. Let's just put it that way.
Well, as long as you guys are happy. I mean, he seems like a good dude. He really does.
He is. If you get past the snobbishness, he loves his kids dearly. He's probably playing with them right now.
Check General Drake.
No. No.
Okay.
No. I'm answering that no.
Okay. But yeah, that
this is concurrent while Atlas is doing other stuff.
Fair.
So.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Gonna do that, and I might have something else later, but that would be the only thing that I could currently think of.
All right. We then I guess we move on to August then.
Augustus. Alrighty. August is going to make his way to the Lauren's safe journey first.
All right. When you're there, you can actually see that the Lauren is is actually not one person. You see, there is a thin man who's currently tightening up the bolts on an older man's wheelchair while the old man is sitting there patiently. Meanwhile, there is a burly guy who is basically setting up wheels for display purposes.
Mm-hmm.
You can see he's covered in wood shavings and all of that. I want you to make me a history check, please.
Okay, let's see. Motherfucker! Another nat 1.
Oof.
Oof.
Oof, indeed. Okay, this is dice jail time. Fuck you, go
Oof.
away.
Ouch.
Yeah, okay. I mean, not that it matters, but that's a 2. Or a 3, I guess, total.
Just gonna move on with my life then.
Mm.
You're looking at them, and the one tightening up the bolts it basically takes a look up at you and says, "Oh, Thoris Connie, could you? I'm kind of busy right now." And the burly man says, "No problem, Asdan." And turns around and says, "Oh, hello. How are you doing? What can we do for you?"
Realized that one of our wheels on our wagon is a bit scuffed. Wanted to kind of see what it would take to get it either repaired or replaced.
I'll gladly take a look at that. He puts his hand on the thinner one's shoulder. And I'm gonna go with this fine young man, and we're gonna go take a look at his wagon. All right, hon? The other one looks up and says, "No problem. Let me know what." And gives you a smile, and then goes back to his bolt tightening. The old man turns and looks at you and kind of squints a little bit. And you can see not a frown, but more like a look on his face.
Do I notice him looking?
Kinda, yeah.
He's just gonna, do that polite nod and wave without like waving. Just put your hand up,
Yeah. He's like, one of his eyes is kind of squinting a little bit. Meanwhile, Thorsk turns to you and says, here, could you show me the wagon, please? Obviously you can't wheel it in here, so I'll go to where you have the wagon.
Takes him out to Clippy Cloppy in the wagon.
All right. It takes a look at the wheels. Well, I got some good news and I got some bad news. The bad news is the wheel's going to break apart very soon. Here. You actually have a little bit of rot there on that spoke, and it's kind of gotten into there. You're not going to have a wheel for long. The good news is that it's not hard to do anything about. I can just replace it straight up with a wheel, or even just replace your wagon for you. It's up to you. Replacing the wheel will be it's an easy 5 gold, and replacing the whole wagon, that's going to be. Be 35 gold. It all depends on what's most best for you. If you need the wagon today, obviously buying the wagon straight up is better. But if you're staying in town for a couple days or whatever, then replacing the wheel's best for you.
Can I take like a good hard look at the wagon and see like what kind of condition it's in?
The wagon itself it's seen a few miles, but I mean it's good to go for a while longer. This is just, I guess sometimes a wheel goes. That's just how it is.
Yeah. Let's just replace the wheel for now. We have a couple days that we're spending in town.
All right, all right. Do you want me to? Oh, well, you just bring it up to our place there. We'll get that. We'll get you sorted out.
He's gonna take the wagon over there and then I guess take Clippy Cloppy back with him.
All right. And he walks with you. Oh, of course you do. He walks with you the way.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So, what's your name, by the way?
Oh, August.
August. Good to meet you. Shakes your hand.
Shakes it.
If you have any other wagon needs or anything like that, sort you out. We may not have the lowest prices in town, but we have the best work.
I mean, sometimes quality is worth the price.
That's what I say. That's what I say, and Asdan's a good worker. We make a good team, and we think it's that sort of teamwork that really adds to our quality.
That forlorn off look.
We also do custom wagons as well for a little bit more expensive because you get some people they get some mounts that aren't your typical horse drawn thing. We've even actually, it's funny you should mention this. We had to do a wagon for a hippogriff just last week.
Oh, hippogriffs.
Yeah, which I know what you're thinking. What I'm thinking. Wow, someone tamed a hippogriff. So that's what a hippogriff looks like. Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. If someone else comes by with a hippogriff or maybe a manticore or something like that, I'll see if I can seek you out. Because sort of stuff's really cool and
Yeah, I mean,
good.
don't know of anyone taming hippogriffs where I'm from, but we just got good old Clippy Cloppy here.
Well, it's a good horse. It's a great horse, actually. Fine horse. No insult to Clippy Cloppy for not being a hippogriff. I mean, Clippy Cloppy's a fine horse.
Indeed.
Yeah, good horse. Good pulling horse. Good draft horse. Good for our wagons. That's the kind of horse I like to see in a wagon. He just seems just friendly about everything.
Mm-hmm. He's seen this before.
Yeah, you really get that sense of that I would totally have a beer with you sort of tone in his voice.
And August is just too tired for that kind of energy.
Yeah. As they head back to the wagoners, it's like, well, I'll tell you what. One day, maybe you, me, Asden, maybe some of your friends, we could go have a beer together or something.
Oh, certainly, we're definitely trying to get to know the people around the city here.
Excellent. And then Asden comes out. She's just like, honey, you can't have a beer with everyone that walks in. And Thorsk says, why not? The tavern's big enough. And Asden laughs. Just like whips a towel at him. He's just like, you're right. It's like, he's invited. I'll go along too. I'm almost done. I'm almost done in there. There's a little bit of sanding work that needs to be done there. Do you want to handle that there, Thorsk? And I'll go get us. I'll go get us some beers there. And so Thorsk says, "All right, come in." And he starts to he grabs some sand and some sandpaper, and he just starts going around the wheel of this old man's wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
And while he's doing that, the old man looks at you and said, like, huh.
Good day.
Could have sworn. No. He seems confused about something.
Mm-hmm.
And he just starts tapping his lip in thought.
Can I help you, sir?
If I didn't know any better, I'd have thought you were August from Quincunx.
Oh, yeah, that's my name. Sure is.
Oh, that's okay. Just pauses for a bit. Make me another history check, but this time I want you to roll it with advantage.
Thank God. I don't know if I should even give this other dice a second chance, but here we go. Natural one to get that. No, that one did a natural one to get you going away. Okay, well, the other dice didn't do me any better. It got a 2, so 4. I am hurting tonight, y'all. These dice are about to go away.
Boo.
He just looks at you and says, well, the August I know of was a member of the Bones, wearing the regalia of a monitor. He seemed stuck in some sort of indecision.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm clearly mistaken. I apologize for wasting your time. And he just like crosses his arms.
Yeah, August just has that like pained wince on his face, and he's definitely not just gonna be. He's probably not gonna say something back to that.
Yeah.
He's just gonna sweat drop.
He then turns to Thorisk and he says, I appreciate what you're doing for me here, my friend. You guys have been doing a fantastic tip-top job. Once my man is here, be setting out on our and getting ready for our trip tomorrow. And Thorisk is like, oh, where are you going? He's like, oh, well, we're heading up to Summit Hill where we've got some items that we're delivering up to the garrison there for the monitors. I don't know anything about no monitor stuff, but I'd gladly buy you a beer before you go. The old man just chuckles, and Thor looks at you and says, "Yeah, why don't we all go get a beer?" The old man's just like, I'm not going to. Look, I'm tired. I need to get my sleep. I'm not young anymore. I do apologize, but it's not. Those days are long behind me.
Yeah, I apologize. I have a group to get back to, but maybe another time, definitely.
Oh, well, I look forward to it.
And appreciate the hard work.
Mm.
And August is gonna kind of like turn about face and walk clippy cloppy away. Like, get me out of here.
As you do, Aston waves.
He waves back and, not like rude, but like, ooh, I'm uncomfortable. Kind of walk away,
Yep. And is there any other business you wanted to take care of?
Yes, 1 second. Let me get back to the page.
Show.
He's gonna go stop by, what was it? He's gonna go stop. Oh, is it the same person? It is. Well, he's also gonna go to Helvar's, to talk about Lance Rock.
You arrive right as Wick is leaving with a very satisfied look on his face.
I guess just as they pass one another, Wick would just be like, "Hey, best friend."
Hey, you.
Hey.
And just yeah.
I was just gonna have Wick say, "Do you know where Atlas might be right about now?"
Probably finishing up with no, you know what? No, I don't.
Fair. I'll keep looking.
He was gonna go to the priest, but I don't know where else he was heading to.
All right. Part ways.
And he's just gonna tap Clippy Cloppy outside and head on in.
As you head on in, you see the mustachioed man come out.
Oh no, August is not prepared for him.
Why,
with his attire.
hello, sir.
Good day.
I'm not going to ask you what I can do for you. I can do many things for you, obviously. You need many things done. You name it. And I will make you the most fashionable boy in all of Red Lodge.
Oh, I'm just here to speak to a Helvar.
But you are speaking to Helva.
Okay. Actually wanted to talk to you or ask you your experience with Lance Rock.
See him kind of just queer his lips slightly. It's like, you know, the look that happens on a child when you give them the most bitter medicine available?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that, but it's on a sneering man who already is choking on the distaste for how your attire is.
Thanks.
He just he slams his hand down on the table and he says, "Hanlas, do not deal in gossip."
Not here to deal in any gossip. I'm simply trying to get your experience.
I don't know anything about any Lance Rock. Nor would I say anything if I did. As
Okay.
the locals like to say, bad gas travels fast. In a small town such as this, people start gabbing. Other people start gabbing. This is not a good way to conduct sensible business. Helvars do not gossip.
Roll me an
Okay.
insight check.
Dice. This is your last chance.
Don't
I
give them
swear to God.
don't give them last chances. Put them in dice jail and move
No.
on.
Well, no, this is the second one. This is the one that got me a 2. Okay. Sorry, what was I rolling for?
Insight.
Insight. Okay. 16.
16. You can kind of tell by the way his eyes kind of twitch. He doesn't believe that all Halvars or all Tarnlars deal in gossip.
Mm-hmm.
He just hates people coming in and gossiping.
Okay. Well, once again, I'm not really here to gossip. We've just kind of dealt with a little bit of stuff around Lance Rock and just wanted to get your take on it as well, but I understand that you might not want to speak about it. And that's fine, and I can be on my way.
Throws up his hands like, well, if you've already been there, why are you talking to me about it? You know, like that sort of attitude. Like, well,
Just trying to
know
collect
everything
some
you need to know.
information.
Listen, you want to know about the latest styles up in Silvery Moon? Or perhaps what sort of plants are fashionable up in the upper reaches of Shan? More than happy to help you. If you're looking for some geographic happenings around some Lance Rock or whatever, you're barking up the wrong tree.
Okay. Let's see.
Don't you talk to me kids about it either. And you can hear his accent kind of changes a little bit as he's getting more frustrated.
All right. Well, I just wanted to know if your experience was different than ours, but if
I have no experience with any sort of rock, Lancish or otherwise.
all right then. Well, I'm not gonna press you, dude.
Right.
Well, sorry to bother you. And I'm just gonna take that information with me, the accent and stuff. Because you can kind of look on August's face as literally he had no idea what words he was saying to him other than
Yeah, he's a bit of a dick too. Yeah, you get the feeling that he's a bit of a dick around that sort of thing, and very defensive about it.
All right, well, August isn't going to press him much more, and he's just going to kind of head out.
Right. So,
I remembered
It's
the other
getting
place I
late.
wanted to go.
where did you want to go?
I wanted to go back to the bakery.
You arrive at the bakery, and surprising absolutely no one, Mangabarl Lauren is there, just setting up some what look to be kind of chicken cakes. You can smell chicken. He's kind of setting them up. He looks up, and says, "Oh, look here! It's not my favorite Wicker man. What did you feel?"
Hey, so, you know how you told me about that really cool treasure hunt?
Yeah.
Yeah, not worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not only that,
Well, what happened?
there were other people there already, so extra not worth
What?
it. Yeah.
That's a bummer. I do apologize about that.
That's okay. I mean, I checked it out. It. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I may go and check it out again much later. But for now, the only thing that I can tell you is try and have people avoid that area because some rude ass ghosts in that motherfucker. Pardon my French.
Okay. Okay. We'll back burner that for a little while. Yes.
Yeah, I did go check it out though because I know that you were talking about it, and I know that you spoke of treasure and glory and all that jazz. But when I went to go see, from what I could tell and from my personal opinion, it might be different from somebody else's, but my personal opinion, whatever is in there, it's not worth the hurt that it's going to take to get it out. Not right now.
It's fair. It's fair. And if the Wicker Bro says it, the Wicker Bro says it.
Yeah, and I'd rather tell you so you don't have either other people go or you go yourself and get hurt too because that almost knocked me off my feet. And I don't go down easy.
Right? There's something else that I'd heard about.
Oh?
Means in. Just says, look, this is a rumor. You know, just between us boys.
Rumors are grapes until they
I'd
turn into wine,
heard
dude. So, hit me.
your cave might not be the only thing that's haunted.
Oh?
I hear tell. Well, this is just rumors. This is just talking shit here. This could be bullshit. So don't necessarily take too much stock in it. But just checking out. Yeah, that there is rumors that the wagon works isn't just scuffed, haunted. Something about a ghost coming out and out of there. I don't know exactly. Be worth checking out, maybe.
The wagon works in town?
Uh, oh, right.
Which
No,
one?
no, not that. Like he points to, as he points to Tholorin's safe journey. He's like, no, not the good lads over there. They're just happily married. They're not ghosts. No, I mean, out there at the edge of town there to explain why he can't make a lot of money and doesn't make a lot of sales for cheap.
You
It's
cut out.
haunted.
What was that?
It's like, well, you know, this place is a mess. It's a bit of a shithole, really. Wouldn't be surprised if it was haunted.
So, it's on the edge of town.
Yeah.
Wick is going to write that down in his little notebook.
Yeah. Look, if you want to know the source, you might want to talk to the halfling Stana. He works there, see. Now, you didn't hear it from me. I'm not the one who told you.
Obviously,
You
like
talk
I
to
said,
him.
grapes until wine.
Right, exactly. Exactly. But if you want to know, he tends to hang out at the Helmet High Sun. That's Erie right across from the swinging sword there. And you'll be able to find him there. And he'll yeah, if you have the right sort of incentive, maybe he'll tell you about it.
So, gold.
He'd say gold. I don't know what he wants.
Alright. To each their own, you know, everybody's got different vices, everybody's got different wants and needs. I would just have to figure out his.
Yeah. So, between you and me, gold's probably not a bad idea.
Probably not. Most people like it.
Yeah.
Oh, and since I'm here, what do you recommend? Because I want to buy something, because I've got the munchies.
Says, tell you what, hands you one of the pastries that he's been working on. Says, here, have some crumble cake.
How much do I owe you for this?
So, just waves his hand and says, no, not for the wicked man. No, your money's no good here.
I am going to pay you eventually.
Yeah, sure.
He's going to try it and more than likely love it because, you know.
So the thing with crumble cake is it's not a cake.
It's like isn't it like a coffee
It-
cake?
Not this crumble cake. It's baked loaves of turkey and wildfowl scraps, nuts, and chopped roots and greens mixed in a chickpea mush. It's bland at the best of times, but badly made, it tastes awful. So this is more like a very hearty road snack. This is something you eat when you don't have like good food.
Wick
It's
would
very
probably-
nutritious.
Wick would probably still enjoy it. He's the type of person that, like, you know when you get a bag of trail mix and everybody always picks out the things that they like and then there's the stuff at the bottom? Wick would eat the stuff at the bottom.
Yeah, this is the this is built for nutrition, not for
So it's like hard
taste. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Wick would love it. He's
But it is a local specialty too.
yeah, he'd enjoy it. 100%.
This tastes like the shit my mom used to make.
Yeah, he'd eat it.
Yep. All right.
Is there a tip jar anywhere?
There is.
Okay.
There's a few copper pieces in it.
Okay. Do you think that Wick could ask him to get something that he doesn't see in the front, or just get something to where he's like bending down so he can drop a couple of silver in the tip jar?
Sure, make me a deception check.
It's not going to go well, probably. Yeah, that did not go well. Where is it? Yeah, 3. Not rolling good tonight, my dudes.
Better than me.
Is that a zombie? No, that's a fruitcake. Do you want a fruitcake?
No, there! That's still the same fruitcake. There's nothing behind the fruitcake. He's looking at you confused.
You know what? And I'm just gonna reach into my pocket and just fucking drop 5 silver into the tip jar. Just look directly at him while I do it.
Alright. Okay. And he nods and doesn't look because he assumes it's going to be a copper at best. And is that it?
Just give us like a breakfast scone. Just grab a breakfast scone to go, and then that'd be it.
Alright. He gladly scones you up.
Cool, and now he's gonna go back to looking for Atlas.
Right. Does anyone else have business? I believe.
I would like to go to, I can't remember which was recommended to me by the guy in the store, but the weapon place.
I know. Ironhead
Ironhead?
Arms. Yeah, Ironhead Arms.
Okay, I would like to go there.
Alright. Alright. You get there, and there's a half-orc, grizzled old man just sitting on the porch in front of it. Look, gives you a nod. What's up?
Glencora smiles at him in her sweetest way, as she does, and says, "Hello, I was hoping you could help me. I am looking for a longbow."
Okay. Looking for a good bow, or just like, in game? What do you need?
Um, Something maybe middle of the road. What would that run me for cost?
Well, if you're looking for something decent, but not extravagant,
Mm-hmm.
let me just think about that. I can get you one. Oof. Well, I got a couple. I could show. Either one, they're going to be. It's going to be 50 gold pieces. So, you know, either or, you get to pick which one you want. Sound good?
She smiles at him and does her best sort of doe eyes and says, "Thank you so much. I'm not quite as big and strong as you, so I need all the help I can get." Ding. And see if that butters him up and maybe he wants to drop the price a little.
Roll me a charisma check.
Terrible charisma. Oops. Oops. Could do it right. Nope. 4.
Just looks at you and says, "Well, if you're not big and strong, well, requires a bit of strength to use. You have to pull it back. You sure you don't need a short bow?"
She sighs softly and shakes her head, mumbling under her breath. It says, "No, 50 gold is fine."
All right. Well, let
Oh,
me
wait.
just pull out a couple, and we'll see which one you like better.
Hang on, I only have 49 gold. I guess giving that one up mattered. So, I suppose I will say thank you. That is a little out of my budget. Do you have anything cheaper?
I got short bows. They're cheaper.
What would that cost?
Well, you're looking at half the price for half the bow. They got more of those in stock. You're still gonna need the strength to draw the bow back. Are you sure you don't need something like a crossbow?
She crosses her arms, looks a little annoyed at herself for underselling her skill, as she is proficient in both short and longbow, and says, I know what I need. I'm just trying to decide if I can afford your prices. Thank you.
Well, I'll bring out the bows. He brings out 4 different types of longbow, in different styles of curve and stuff like that. So basically, you could have your bow work pretty much whatever you think looks best on Glencora. I'm not gonna let you make you describe each one, but he gives you a selection of different but mechanically identical bows.
Okay. Well, she looks over the bows and after a few minutes points to one of the short bows and says, I'll take that one.
All right, 25 gold, and it's yours.
She passes him the gold and holds her hand out for the bow.
Hands you the bow, and he also gives you 20 arrows for it, free of charge. Says, here you go. Well, I wouldn't want to re-haggle with you over the arrows too. No, I'm an honest man. I like to know that whoever's coming in here is getting a good deal. So here you go. Tell your friends.
Some sort of perception check on him saying that he's honest.
Yeah, sure. Insight.
Insight, not perception. Insight.
Yeah, it's insight, because that insight is about people. Perception is about your surroundings.
Okay.
So basically perception would be like, oh, do I see if he's wearing a right. Whereas insight is like, I'm seeing like your understanding of people in their behavior.
20. 17 plus 3.
20. You get the feeling that his terseness isn't because he's being shifty or trying to get rid of you or being a jerk ass. He's just fucking old and tired. And enough people come in to buy weapons that to him it's just a straight up, it's 50 gold. Fuck off if you don't like it. It's the only place you're gonna buy it, right? Like it's like it's 50 gold. And you notice that though, none of the bows he gave you were bad. He did for quality. For the price, so he doesn't give a bad deal, and you did notice that there was a bow that was pretty scuffed, and he didn't even offer it. It's just sitting on the side there.
Okay. Well, in that case, I smile at him and say, I will be on my way. I may be back to purchase that longbow, though. Thank you.
Sounds good.
And she leaves back out, and that's all I wanted to do.
Sure. Before you go, though, he says, "Oh, look." And he puts his hands up and says, "Look, want to upgrade to the longbow? We can do a trade-in for the short bow. Just keep it in good condition if you want to do that. Don't dry fire it. Don't do all any of that dumbass noob shit. Treat your bow well, because I deal in new stuff here too. So
I may hold you to your word.
I appreciate that. Have yourself a good one." Is there anything else anyone wanted to do?
Not in particular.
Besides find Atlas and measure his head before running back and giving measurements.
Atlas was gonna go poke his head in the stoneworks, the Maliko stoneworks, to talk to them about these masked people.
Okay. Stoneworks, and there's a quarry pit behind the house. The house itself has a sign that says Maliko Stoneworks. Overseeing. You see, there's a woman, a grizzled-looking woman, and every so often she's shouting, swearing at the workers, trying to get them to work a little bit faster, a little bit harder. And yeah, there's about 5 or 6 other workers that are kind of awake.
Is it particularly loud with their working?
Yeah,
And the woman, her back is to him.
yeah.
Okay. So Atlas approaches, and not thinking anything of it, he reaches out and just, without saying anything, taps her on the shoulder. Before finally saying, "Excuse me."
She just turns around exasperated. No, it's not time for a break. Sorry. Sorry.
No,
What can I do for
quite
you?
all right. Yes, I was stopping in because I overheard people that were concerned that your workers were a bit spooked, and I wanted to find out more about these masked people that they're claiming they see. Would you happen to know anything about that?
Roll me a persuasion check, please.
Okay. $18.
She starts waving you off. She's like, "She's no time for this." But you press. Just look. These workers, they talk a lot of bullshit when they're balls deep in their cups. All right. We'll talk about masked men or ghosts or whatever the fuck you've heard. It ain't true. Fake. Just lazy. They don't want to work through the night. Night's the best time to do this work. It ain't so fucking hot because these guys want to go drinking instead of getting the job done. I gotta stand here in the middle of the day, in the middle of this fucking heat. I gotta watch them work. If I don't watch them work, they're gonna go fuck off and drink. Roll me insight check, please.
Absolutely. And nat 20. Hi.
So
Plus 1, so 21.
there's this thing that some people do when they want to avoid the subject. They quickly change it and turn it into complaints to distract you from thinking about the question you asked. And it's thinking about rumors of workers drinking or what have you. She doesn't want to talk about it. But you don't think the reason she doesn't want to talk about it is because she thinks it's bullshit. She just doesn't want to talk about it.
So Atlas nods his head, totally understanding. And then he glances over at the men and looks back at her, and he says, "That truly is a quite concerning predicament that you find yourself in. And while I'm curious to find out what it is they claim to be seeing, what I think it could do to benefit you is I take a look around, make them think that I'm solving all their problems, and if they no longer see the masked ones, then maybe you can get them to go back to working at night and you can get out of this terrible heat. I know I can't stand this sun myself. Would you mind if I free up the workers for just a few moments of your time and see what they have to say?
She just sighs in exacerbation. She's like, that's exactly what the fuck they want. They want their workday interrupted, but whoever so often wants to just bounce down here, they fucking know you. Asking whoever's asking, answering whatever questions that are none of your fucking business. And you know what? You come in here. How long do you think that's going to take you? What? 15 minutes? An hour? Then what's going to happen? You're going to be done. And when it's time for them to stop working, they're still going to expect to get off on time. And they're still going to expect to be paid the same. Ain't going to happen.
It's a fair point. Very fair point. Then I'm sorry to bother you and trouble you yourself. Please go back to making certain that they keep up their work and have a good day. And Atlas is going to depart.
Look. I'm sorry. I'm just a bit frustrated. She's just like, thinks for a second. She's like, all right. I'll tell you what. Are you looking for something to investigate? Is that it? You want a weird place? I'll tell you what I've heard. To the south, there's a place called Tickle Rock Cave. I'll even give you the instructions. Apparently, I heard there's a legendary treasure there or something like that. Some sort of magic box or something. I don't know the details. I'm not a cave dweller. Only cave I care about is the one here in the quarry. But, you look like an adventurer. Go adventure. At least that's what I heard, anyways. Cave's got treasure. Why not go see it? Huh?
I appreciate you sharing that information. And I'll certainly take that into consideration as something that I would like to go take a look at.
You
But
do that.
if for any reason you do happen to learn new information about masked people, or you discover that maybe they are imagining it, but perhaps somebody's slipping something in their drinks, anything of that sort. I'm staying at the Swinging Sword. Ask for Atlas, and they should be able to come find me. Share any
Yeah.
information.
Sure.
And with that, Atlas will take his leave.
Right.
And that's all Atlas has any interest in at the moment. So
All
I'll
right.
probably start wandering back towards the inn.
Anyone have any final things to do before they start to gather together again?
No.
The only thing I had left to do was get measurements and then go back to the seamstress.
You can do that later.
Go
Like,
back to the herbalist, but I want to bring a friend with me.
all right. Well, then you can get back together and share the information that you got and interact again.
Do we meet back at the tavern or?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna tie up Clippy Cloppy, make sure he's all good in the stable.
Atlas is sitting at
Table?
the table, just massaging his temples and rubbing at his eyes.
You look like you had just about as good a time as I did.
Fuck the sun.
As soon as
You know
say
what?
that,
Amen.
Wick is gonna walk over and be like, I need your head real quick.
Excuse me?
Oh my.
August, my whore days are behind me, please. I need to get measurements for you. I'm buying you a hat.
A hat. Sure. Measure away.
Okay. Wick's gonna get the measurements and jot them down in his little leather notebook. I gotta return this. What are these called? It's gonna unroll the measuring tape.
Taylor's tape, yeah.
Yeah, gonna have to
The
return
tailor's
this.
tape, yeah. You do that. Did you
What
mean
did all of you find out in your encounters?
Leather workers are very nice.
Anything more useful?
Tailors are horrifying.
Or-
Yeah, I did find something else. Ghosts?
Ghosts?
Yeah.
Sort of tilts her head and looks at him like clearly interested.
No.
Just gonna tell him about the was it an abandoned wagon works, or it was just like a
Oh no, it's just a scuffed like discount ironworks.
yeah.
It's the way
One we
something.
didn't go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, gonna tell him about that and how just recount what he was told. And how that,
Huh.
he was told that
Maybe
they
it
should
is good that I
find
went
a
to-
Stanner.
Do you feel like something that we should look into further?
I just want to point out that Wick keeps leading us in the direction of ghosts. And yet almost died the last time we encountered one, if I am correct.
Now we know what we're doing, don't we?
Yeah. I mean,
Atlas,
at least this one is in town.
I have met so many people in my life. And by far, you are the crankiest bitch I have ever met in my life. And I mean that with the utmost kindness and the utmost sweetness in the world. But you are just a wet blanket at the bottom of somebody's shoe.
Noted.
We're supposed to have fun. We're
You're-
supposed to enjoy ourselves, look for adventure, protect people. Yeah, we might keep stumbling into ghosts, but now we know ghosts run. And also, what if it isn't ghosts? What if it's a bunch of people in really weird trench coats? We could go in, knock some sense into them, maybe, with our words, maybe with our fists, I'm always good for that. And, maybe just take some pressure off of the people that live here. That's what we're here for.
You're right. You are correct.
People working in this quarry before we go in busting skulls?
Well, this is just the wagon works.
Or the wagon works?
It's the Whalevers wagon works. I'm sure people are working there.
Well, it is getting later on in the day.
could be closing up shop.
Well, if they're starting to
Just
close
don't
up
want to hurt
shops,
anyone.
maybe we should do like quick rounds, and then since we're already out, maybe go do some sleuthing.
I was
Perhaps.
hoping someone could stop with me on the way. I went to the herbalist, and I learned that in the back they have a bath where a lot of gossip takes place. Now, I got the impression from the woman who owns it that she wasn't going to tell me everything, but she alluded to the fact that maybe someone who had a conservator background may be able to get some more information.
Well, I mean, we could all go take a bath later tonight and see if we can hear any more about all this goings on.
Question.
Out of character, was it only for women?
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh.
about to ask.
No,
Like, is it a...
no,
Okay.
no. It's not
Okay.
technically only for women. It's just that's where the women go.
Okay, thank you.
There aren't a lot of men that go.
Look, August doesn't get this luscious hair without upkeep.
She nodded and she pulls out her case and shows the 3 healing potions she got.
Or
Does
you got
anyone
you got another one for free.
Very
Oh,
good.
sorry,
Threw in.
4.
Yep.
I did manage to trade my gold or my dark gem for these though, so that should be helpful.
Oh shit.
And I think that woman will be willing to help us more in the future.
Go
Want me to pay you for one?
I mean, that's what the money's for, to use it. I don't
mean-
need it for anything unless if I need any money, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Glencora isn't the sort of person that worries too much about money, and they probably kind of get that sense from her flippant concern.
That's fair.
She don't care.
As for my time at the priest, they did not recognize the symbols as anything other than the woman said that she'd seen the triangle with the line through it somewhere in town, but could not give me any distinguishing features of the
We'll have to
area
look
that
out
she
for
saw
it.
it in.
Yeah, we'll have to keep our eye out for it.
Oh man, you know what this sounds like?
What?
One of
This-
those I Spy books.
Well, no, I was gonna say this sounds like cult night at the college, but you know. Oh, cult night was so good. You can't tell me it wasn't.
This is starting to feel like cult night.
Yes, cult night.
Not August's favorite night.
In other news, I suppose Wick shared ghosts. Apparently, there's men at the quarry claiming masked people are skulking around at night.
Oh,
But
come on.
the
Come on, that just makes it
overseer,
better.
the overseer
Not
refused
cult.
to speak to me on the matter or allow me to speak to her men, but suggested that they're not working at night and they like to drink. So perhaps at some point in the evening, I could find the men in their cups and talk to them when their mistress is not lording over them.
Speaking of which, I found you a drinking buddy, Wick.
Oh yeah, I was actually just about to say something. Atlas,
Oh yeah?
you want to talk to a
Yes.
bunch of quarrymen or warehouse workers in this case, looking the way you do. This is not an
Suppose you
insult.
have a point.
Yeah,
I was
this
about to
is
say,
this is not an insult. This is a
you really coming for his throat today.
look. Atlas is a wonderful
We come
guy,
for each other's throat.
but Atlas, you look like authority, and I mean that in the nicest way possible. But you do. You're not exactly approachable when it comes to people that are drunk.
You have a point. I hate drunk people.
They would tell.
Well, the mention stands that somebody could speak to them when they're enjoying themselves with libations.
I want everyone to make me perception checks, please.
Okay.
Don't fuck me. Uh,
Friendship. Ooh, good.
where's my perception?
Let me see. Where is mine as well?
16.
15.
12.
22.
Damn, go Glencora.
Damn.
I'm proficient.
Well, it's starting to get to sundown, and you notice that some of the workers are starting to show up at the in across the way. Halflings and a handful of humans.
Actually, Wick, those are the quarrymen themselves waltzing in here now.
All right. Glenn, you wanted to go to the baths, right?
Yeah, but that can wait if we want to do this now.
Well,
I just thought that it would be worth more information, and there's one more thing I need to pick up.
well, I was gonna say, if I stay here, will you go drop this off for me?
I could do that.
I
'Cause-
too also need to run back out and pick something up.
So how about
Glenn,
this?
I could accompany you.
Atlas and Glenn, you two go to your baths. Me and August, if he wants, can talk to some drunk men.
Sounds like a plan.
You good with that, August?
That'll
Just
work.
a out of character
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, sure.
The woman at the bath stop, Lisa, she did say conservators were who she wanted to talk to, right?
Yeah, yeah. You get the impression that she runs a business where discretion, like this is a place where the women go to gossip,
Mm-hmm.
which is a place where they can be open and a safe space for them. And she knows that having someone else be privy to that is kind of a violation of trust. She's not willing to do it except for conservators.
And do we have a connection to that? I don't remember.
Well, you and Atlas are conservators, so
Oh, I thought we were preservators. It's all the same thing.
preservators. Sorry, preservators.
Oh,
Sorry,
I thought they were two different things.
No,
Okay, that
no,
makes more
no.
sense.
No, she's a preservator sympathizer. She
Okay.
either you or Atlas could go in there and take advantage of it, but literally anyone else, and she would stonewall because
Okay, that's
she.
helpful then. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case,
All right, let's start with the bar then.
Wait.
Okay, well, you got a couple different groups you could talk to. There's a halfling off drinking by himself. Pretty big cup for a halfling. And then you got about 4 of the stonemasons sitting in their own corner.
Okay.
Try out the stone guys.
Are we in a position to eavesdrop on anyone?
Yeah, you could with a perception check.
I would.
I say we get a drink ourselves and sit like a table next to them or something.
All right. Okay. Roll
Sorry
me
if you were gonna
perception
say
check.
something, Sona.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, do we want to do the drinks first, like get table close, or or do we want to do eavesdropping first and then move tables? Because we've been at this table. They walked in and we were at this table. If we move tables, it's gonna be kind of conspicuous.
Where were you already sitting? Oh, I thought it was the other inn.
Yeah, they're in first, so
Yeah,
they were here
across
first.
the street. It's the smaller inn or something,
okay,
or the second inn.
Yeah, then we can go
Yep.
toward the one that has the more people toward it.
I mean, yeah, obviously the guy isn't gonna talk to himself out loud, probably.
Yeah. And I guess we're just gonna order
Roll me
drinks.
perception check.
Okay. All right. Come on. Hot dice. Hot dice.
Ooh, yay.
Ooh. Perception. Mod 20.
14 for
Thank
me.
God.
Okay. So they don't really speak of anything suspicious per se. They're mostly just having, quote, locker room talk. Three of the guys are talking about, women in the village that they'd like to bang. The fourth saying, "Wow, I wouldn't mind stealing Azdan from Thorsk, if you know what I mean. Looks like he's good with his hands." And they're just laughing and broing it up as, last thing they want to do is talk about the freaking job.
August is just gonna narrow eyes, like, oh, really? Gross.
Wick's gonna lean over and go, I have an idea. It might not be a good one.
Doesn't stop me from going along with everything else you do, so.
Well, that's what best friends are for. So, you know how the whole thing with Cult Night was, you try and uncover cults and you tell ghost stories?
Mm-hmm.
What if we start telling ghost stories loud enough for people to hear, and maybe they will want to tell us theirs? Or, if they feel uncomfortable and walk away, maybe we know we can follow them and get the ghost stories out of them.
Sure. Got any ghost stories?
Wick's gonna tell a ghost story. He's gonna
Performance.
He's gonna get like the drink first, obviously. Why would you make me do this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Roll performance.
Oh, I'm scared.
I hope you have an idea, because I have a -1 in performance.
Oh! I'm very proud of myself. Hold on, let me check my performance. That's still good. I rolled an 18.
Nice.
All right. Well, the first ghost story you think about is your old go-to, the ghost of the third bathroom on the right. You stop yourself because you realize these people haven't been to the university.
I have an idea for
They don't know where the
story. If I could tell it to you.
Sure. Yeah, you certainly can.
If you know it, do you know the one where a bunch of people go camping? I'm just paraphrasing. And they think everything is fine, but slowly people just start acting weirder and weirder, but they do it one by one, and then they're back to normal the next day. And then one of the nights, they're doing a head count in the cabin, and they notice that there's one too many kids, but they can't figure out which kid it is that is extra. And it just keeps getting weirder and weirder from there. It's basically a Skinwalker ghost story.
All right. Well, there's like a few people listening to you tell your story, but no one's really like offering up their own. Roll me insights.
Both of us or just one of us?
Both of you.
I'm just gonna keep using the friendship die, because the friendship die is rolling nice for me. Oh, you know, that's still good. Still good. Insight.
Mine's not as good. Let's see.
Oh, damn, that's really good.
14.
19.
Right. Well, you do have their attention. One person you don't have the attention of is the halfling. He actually seems like completely disinterested, kind of bored by it.
I guess once he's finished telling his ghost story, he's gonna be like, okay, Atlas, your turn. Hit me with a ghost story. But he's gonna do it a little, I think, or not Atlas, but August. He's gonna do it a little bit louder, so it's like obviously he's getting like a little tipsy. He's not, but he's pretending. So it looks like he's like, this is a thing that they're gonna be doing.
He's gonna try his best because Amber doesn't know anything off the top of her head, and it doesn't really help that he has a -1 in performance.
Oh, if you do bad, I have a plan for it. Don't worry.
I mean, we can always just talk to them, but okay. Should I just try rolling performance?
Yeah.
All right, come on, dice, don't fuck me. 5.
So,
yeah, it was a 6.
Wick remembers the story of the third bathroom on the right, and you know that it's not relevant to what's going on here. And you kind of wince as soon as August starts telling the story of the third bathroom on the right. But not only is August telling this story that has nothing to do with anyone here, it's not even a frightening story unless you're super drunk or super stoned. So people are really more confused and having trouble keeping track of the characters in it. And when the ending just turns out to be that the toilet was plugged the entire time, it comes across as anticlimactic rather than scary.
I think Wick's gonna lean back when that happens and just go, "You are so shit at ghost stories. A child could tell a ghost story better than that, August."
I don't like scary shit.
I guess he's gonna look around and see if anybody's looking at their table.
Or like scary made up shit. I don't care about
The halfling
fighting
is
zombies.
looking, and he looks kind of like vicariously embarrassed. Like he's just like, oh man. At the same time, there's a hint of respect that August would keep telling this story. Because that is a unique kind of bravery.
Yeah.
Oh.
If so, Wick sees that the halfling is like paying attention.
Yeah.
He's gonna hold up his drink and go, "Hey, you have a ghost story?"
He just looks, he's like, ain't got no ghost stories. What are you talking about? Oh.
Can't do better than me?
Anyone could do better than August, honestly.
He just looks at you. He says, "Look, I don't mean to be rude, but I could tell a story about, how I was a child and I got a present from my grandma. That'd be a better ghost story than what you told. Uh, but I'm not here to tell no tales, no ghost stories or nothing. Roll me insight, please.
I'm gonna use a different die. I know I shouldn't, but I'm gonna just.
13.
I rolled a natural 20.
Nice.
You actually get the impression that he really has no ghost story to tell. What you do get the impression of is, though, that he has a story to tell. He just doesn't want to say it.
Well, you got any
Whatever
other kind of
story
stories? I can buy you a drink. Tell us about it.
He's just like waves his hand. He's like, no, I got nothing. No. Stan or Thistlehair don't tell no tales, and you make sure to tell people that Stan or Thistlehair tells no tales. I'm not a talker. I'm not a squealer. Don't say nothing.
Wait, Stanner, even if you don't tell tales, you want to come have a drink with us anyway? We can make fun of August while he tries to tell more scary stories.
You paying?
Look.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take some free drinks and make fun of this guy for you. Sure, no problem.
Cool. That's what I'm here for.
Heads over and he immediately goes to the bar. He's like, he's ordering 2 right away. Just 2 more than he was intending to drink, but, he'll go for it.
What was his name? Tanner?
Stanner.
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 He's the dude that I'm supposed to talk to about ghosts.
Ah.
And you don't know shit about ghosts.
But he does know something.
Mm.
So I guess we're just
Does know something.
I guess we're gonna keep telling tales. And I guess I know a bunch of scary stories. According to me making up cult
Oh,
life.
that's a scary story.
August doesn't know any, like, tales. He lives his own nightmares. It's all good.
I know scary stories. I like scary stories.
He's never been into like, I mean, he's not scared of stuff, but he's not like the occults and that kind of stuff has never been his like forte.
Do you want
It's
me
like,
to tell
look,
you one after? Or do you want me to tell you one now? Because I can tell you one after if you want.
He's talking to me.
No, to Larl.
Oh.
Either way, I'm happy. If it fits in the story, I mean, why
just
would you
saw
tell
it.
us a story? A storyception. What in the Hamlet would happen?
Some dead bodies, obviously.
That's not good for anyone, actually.
Well, that's why Hamlet's a tragedy and not, a happy fun romp.
Oh,
Well, I feel like we keep telling like scary stories. Wick's gonna keep trying to get Wickham to, or August. Wow, you can tell where my brain is going. Wick's going to keep like getting August to tell some probably very bad stories. Not all of them are probably gonna be scary, but I think they're just gonna like keep plying Stanner with drinks and move from scary stories to just sort of like, ooh, that's an interesting kind of a story, like antidote. To see if they can maybe get Stanner to join in, even if they're not like scary stories, just like cool things that they have. Like
August, at least, like, he's not good at telling stories, but he does, like, as much as he hates to admit it, he knows that he and Wick can at least team up pretty well.
Yeah, best friends.
What you gather from Stanner is he doesn't want to tell stories. He's just here for free drinks and to take the piss out of, mostly just take the piss out of August. He has a story to tell, he just doesn't want to tell it. And plying him with drinks just makes him want to take the piss out of August more.
So gonna get to take this guy to crack.
See, I've run into my wall of ideas. You're gonna have to come up with one, August.
Like,
yeah.
well, I'm trying to figure out like what kind of story he has to tell. That do I get the sense that the story or the something he has to tell about is related to like the ghosts and everything?
Whatever it is he wants to tell, you're not going to passively just coax it out of him. Because he has, like, he gives you that impression that it's like in his brain and he just can't or won't just say it. And as long as you're not content to ask him about it, he's content to stay the fuck shut.
Okay, I'm trying to remember who heard the stuff. Was it Wick that heard the stuff about the ghosts?
Yes.
Okay, let me find back to my notes. What the guy said about it.
It was a rumor about.
Oh, the wagons. Okay.
Yeah. And I know that Wick told August about it.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. So, what have you heard lately about Waver's Wagon Works?
He pauses. Just looks at he, like at that point he just goes silent. Arches his lips slightly.
Had a good
Looks
had good
around.
feelings with Asden and Thorsk earlier seemed like a good place, but I hear that whales are, I can't say this word. Whalevers?
Yeah, whale versus wagon works.
Whalevers isn't doing as good.
Well, he's deciding sort of like, well, this place is shit. Like everybody knows it, right? He's a shit wagon maker. He pays a shit. I don't make enough money. I'll be quite blunt with you here. I do some of my best carpentry work, but it gets me shit materials. What can I do, right? I'm just trying to do the best I can. But you know, he's apparently he's got some sort of plan to put the cute couple out of business, as he puts it. And you know, I'm not involved in that. I'm just a carpenter. I just hammer nails. You know what I'm saying? But look, they got a good thing going there over at Safe Journeys. They don't need a carpenter. They already got one of the best carpenters around, right? What are they gonna do with me? I gotta work. I gotta eat. You know, I gotta feed my family. Okay, maybe I don't have a family, but you know what? Maybe it's a family of one. I gotta feed this guy, right? So you know, I gotta take what job comes there. And you know, you didn't hear it from me, but almost a bit of a dick. But that said, nothing about no fucking ghosts. Bullshit. I don't know where you heard that from. Didn't hear it from me, that's for damn sure.
We've been here for a couple of days, and everybody's got some kind of story about either ghosts or spooky lights in the sky, or I don't know, sheep flying overhead. I don't know what to make sense of anything. That's what I figured, you know? Spooky stories, man. That's what this whole town seems like.
Oh, I mean, that's just stupid. This drunk asshole talking shit. Don't mean nothing.
You ain't seen nothing spooky?
He pauses, looks around. He opens his mouth and then he stops himself. He's like, I have, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. He just keeps looking around.
Wick's gonna stretch
Almost
his
a
arms
little.
out. You know what? I think I have had so much. August, why don't you wash the table? Hey, you want to get some air with me? And he's talking to, Stanner.
I could use a bit of air. Yeah, could use a bit of air.
Yeah, some cold air, get the booze off the top.
You gotta get the circulation going. Stretch the legs a bit. I totally get you.
Yeah. So they're gonna go walk outside.
So sits by the door. Says, "Yeah, what you want?"
I heard a rumor, because I've been hearing rumors this entire town, about something creepy around where you work, about some weird creepy people, some weird creepy things. I want to know if it's something that I can solve with my fists.
His hand up. Says, "How much did you pay for those rumors?"
I don't deal so much in money, I deal some more in favor.
Yeah, I get it, but you know, I can't eat favor. So how much did you get for those rumors? How much you pay for them? Nothing? Well, you got your value, money's worth, didn't you?
I
Now, what you want...
did not pay a single piece of coin. Because I
That's
deal
right.
in
That's right.
favor.
Right. So you paid nothing, you got a rumor worth nothing.
Alright.
Like I said, they're passing you bullshit. You want facts, you gotta know who to pay, and you get your money's worth. That's how things work around here.
Fair.
At least in my parts, anyways. At least where I'm from.
You think you could direct me?
Think I could direct you? That sounds like the sort of thing that sounds like a fact. Sounds like you're wanting a fact. It says, you want something for free, you're gonna get nothing in value. It's just how it works.
I'm gonna pull out 2 gold coins.
Takes a deep breath. He's like, well, now we're talking. Says, well, look, just between us, okay? If I talk, right, this is a nice offer, I get it. Down low, telling you, but if I talk, right, certain someone pays my bills, it's going to get a little bit violent, if you know what I mean.
Never heard anything.
Taking a risk here. Taking a risk here, right?
Understandable.
So I appreciate your offer, and I really do, and it's clear that you sincerely value correct information. But if I'm going to get this correct information to you, you're going to have to pay me a little bit of hazard pay, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, 3 more gold.
You're getting closer. You're getting closer.
You know, you could just say a number.
Well, I could. But where's the fun in that? He gives you like a grin. He's missing a couple teeth. It's like,
You got 3.
is his hand just like?
Just got 8 in my
Mark?
hand.
Make me a charisma check, please.
Okay. Please, friendship time. Don't fuck me. Oh, yay! Charisma. I have 0 in charisma. 18.
His hand like continues to bump up, but then he looks at you and he looks at the small fortune in your hand. And you know what? That's good enough. Right? And he just holds his hand out.
Put 8 gold in there.
Right. Looks at his hand and he says, "All right, my boss. Right. We'll mess way over. Okay. He's got a secret tunnel in the back of the ironworks. It looks like it's just a simple cellar. All right. I don't know what's down in that cellar. We ain't allowed to go down there. He doesn't keep any, wood or nothing like that. I give a shit about. But at night, I've seen him come out of there. Not only have I seen him come out of there, I've seen him go down with a few other people. Right. Sometimes 2 or even 3 others. It's the real thing, though. This is the part that makes your money worth. When they go down there, it's always hooded and masked stuff, Really creepy like.
Yeah.
So they're up to something. And, when you got one person who could be a little bit violent, okay, and you got 3 others, you can understand why this little halfling here is a little bit concerned for his safety. So I appreciate you respecting that.
It's just not, it's not kosher to gang up on 2 people when you're a big old group.
Yeah. Now, sometimes I've seen them go down there and I haven't seen them leave. Sometimes I've seen them come out and not go in there. Said, I don't know what's down there. I've seen them go down for quite a long time, too. So there's something fishy down there. It's not my business. But it might be related to that rumor that you've been going around hearing about. You didn't hear it from me.
No, not at all.
I want to make it clear. It ain't ghosts. It's just my creepy, violent boss being creepy and violent.
Oh, I appreciate the time you spent drinking with me and my friend and I, making fun of the fact that he can't tell a ghost story to save his life.
Shit's funny, yo.
He's really bad at it.
It's awkward. He's kind of awkward.
He's a good dude. He's been my friend since we were really little.
You'd have to be.
Yeah, he's got a heart of gold. He's just real bad at ghost stories.
Yeah.
We used to do this thing called Cult Night, and I loved it, and he hated it, and he still put up with it for me.
Yeah, I don't understand that academic shit, cult night, whatever. Look,
just to have fun.
But yeah, that's what I know.
Well, thank
That's
you for
what
your
I know.
time. Thank you for your time, and I
Right.
thank you for, you know, nothing. He puts air quotes around the word.
Yeah, and I thank you for the drinking buddy there, and the stories, and the entertainment.
Yeah,
Maybe we should do it again sometime. Right?
definitely. Alright, I'm gonna head back inside
Right.
and make sure that August isn't drowning.
I'm gonna go home because I'm tired.
You get home safe.
That's the hope.
Great.
All right.
While Wick's outside, August is gonna go see what the damage of the tab is.
It's like 5 copper. It's not that big a deal.
Okay, so while he's gone, he's gonna just go ahead and close that out.
Yeah, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Can we take our halfway break soon?
Yes, yes, yes.
8 timesies.
Shall I stop the recording?
Yeah, you can pause the recording. I have to pee too, so.
Okay.